Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Dre Barber in the house. Yeah, you know how it is. I want to introduce myself first of all because I know lots of you don't know who I am. Well, I'm a barber. That's pretty much it. You can find me on my Instagram, like this right here, as Dre_Barber, as 2 R's at the end, and that's it, my man. And then you can see all my haircuts, all my work that I do. It's pretty quite good. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'm gonna be uploading some of them so you can see how do I do my work and how do I cut hair. I'm gonna be explaining though the things I do for the haircuts I do for hairstyle for men and for women. Don't forget that if there's any girl interested in a haircut, like a undercut or like a modern haircut for women, hit me up. I'm your man. So the video that I'm gonna do now is gonna be basically a haircut tutorial. I'm gonna be doing some hair designs, some simple hair designs, and some trending haircuts and stuff for you guys to watch and learn, because I'm gonna be doing some process and I want you to see what is going on. So that's pretty much it, people. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and comment below, because I want to know what you want to see next, so I can do on my YouTube channel for you guys, because it's gonna be more haircuts, fashion trending. It's not gonna be just tutorial cuts or whatever, or haircuts. I'm gonna add so much stuff, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and just tell me what you want to see next, okay? So peace, yo, and that's it. Dre Barber in the house. You already know.
First of all, I introduce my first guideline from the temple area through the neck part. Then I take all the bulk hair with the trimmer, zero gap, all of it, to make it look clean and fresh. Then I use my shaver and shave all the little tiny hairs. As soon as I finish with my shaver, I introduce my first guideline with a zero open gap. Then as I start introducing my first guideline to start fading the hair, I go usually zero gap closed and open at the same time to start fading that first guideline. Then I introduce my 1.5 guide and start taking all the bulk around the temple area through the back part of the head. Now I use the number 1 guide to start detailing the fade between the 1.5 guide to start making the fade look clean. At the same time, I'm doing detail work in that line between the 1.5 and 1. As you can see, the perimeter on the side of the temple is real clean right now, getting to its point. And then I start using the number 3 guide to take all the bulk out on the top side of the head. It takes me a while to get that top sides of the head clean, but at the same time I'm doing detail work with some guides, and then I switch over to the half zero guide to start fading with the zero half clip guide. The line, as you can see, is getting more blurry on the side. Then I start using the corner blades of the clippers to start fading the hairline that you see on the side of the head to make that temple area look clean. But at the same time, I have to be detailing a lot, because it gets a lot of work to be done when you're using this technique. You just gotta be patient and wait till you see the result by hitting the dark spots of the hair when you see them, to make them look gray into black. So as soon as you see the transition from gray to black, you know you're getting there by using the corners side of your blade. Okay. Why the corners of the blade clippers? Because it gives me enough space to attack the dark spot in the hair. So now I use my thin and shear technique to do the same thing I was doing with the clipper, using the corners to attack the dark spot, but around the bulk hair area. So what you want to try to do here is like complete that fade transition to your best knowledge, you know, so it can be like clean, or that fade can be sharp and clean. So what I'm doing now is I switched to my trimmer to make that hairline look sharp as possible as it can be. Then I'm using like a little bit of hairspray on the edge of the hair, on the corners of the hairs, to make it a little bit hard, because when I use the trimmer it's more precise. As you can see, like the line that I'm making with the trimmer is just cutting perfectly, so I don't have to like guess where I'm cutting. So when I do the razor work, it will be like more easier. You always want to make that hairline you do with the trimmer like real sharp with the razor blade after the trimmer, because it gives a better perspective to the fade and it looks cleaner. As soon as I'm done with the razor, I switch over to do the beard work. I always add a little bit of hairspray, but I start always with a 1.5 clip guide, and then switch to a 0.5 guide, and then switch to a number one guide. You want to fade those edges of the beard to make them look faded in with the haircut, with the fake hairstyle, so it can be all combined together. I faded a little bit. I don't go too crazy on it because I don't want to go like, you know, like real blend, like real faded. I just want to give it a natural look. Many of you have been wondering what guide should I use in the mustache. I go always with a 1.5 guide, because I don't want to take like a lot at the same time, but I want it to look like the mustache is there. So those are the better clippers to use, 1.5. Doing some razor work in the beard to make it look cleaner and sharp. As you see, I'm doing the edges real smoothly. I don't go like too crazy on them still, because I want it to be looking as precise as possible. So when I dye the beard, it will look that is all together. You don't want to go like too low or too high. You can even do it if you want, but it's just more of a client's taste, you know. Like, always try to ask the client where he wants his beard to be, and if he wants it low, you can do it lower, but I go like natural. Like I don't go like too down unless he tells me he wants it short, then I go like real down. Always put a little bit of hairspray on the beard, so when you do the freestyle clipper off with the beard with no guide or anything, like all those hairs is gonna be, you know, like they're gonna be like hard, and you can give it a smooth touch with the clippers, and it can be like more precise. You can add more precision to it. Always make sure to comb it a little bit. So in the chin beard area, I use my outliners to detail a little bit, so when I grab the razor and start doing the razor work in the chin beard area, it will be more easy for me to perform because it's already clean, and I just have to make it look sharper and go with the shape that is already been done. Now I start detailing the back part of the faux hawk, giving it a V shape all around it, around his head with the outliners. So what you want to make here is practically like do a V-letter shape to let yourself be directed with it. So now I'm repeating the same process on the other side of the head. As you can see, it's the same stuff that I was doing in the other side, the same steps. I'm just cleaning that area, you know, take all the bulk hair that is left there out and sweeten the V shape a little bit more. So now when I start fading, it's gonna be the same process and it's gonna look the same as the other side. So you wanna make sure you shape all that bulk area that has a lot of hair there, real nice and smooth, so you can let yourself get directed with the hair guidelines that you're gonna make. Like it's the same process as in the other side, so you just want to make it look even. As you can see, I always use the shaver to get that shave nice and smooth, because the shaver cleans a lot of little hairs that you leave with the razor. You always want to make sure you have a shaver on your side to take all those little hairs out. And same process you're gonna repeat with the guides. I start from 4 to 1 and start making the guideline as precise as I can do it. So when I start fading, it's gonna be all clean. It's the same. Playing with the guides as I usually do to create the fading process. So when I started cutting hair, it was a little bit difficult because I didn't have my technique all figured out. So I had to pretty much guess. But then I went to school and started like learning some new techniques so I can improvise and get better at the fading techniques and cutting hair techniques as well. You may want to try everything out when you go to school. Make sure you do that, because if you start from bottom and just start by your own, it's gonna be so difficult to learn all this process, the discipline that it takes to cut hair, and being so responsible at it. If you will keep growing like through time, like through experience, to get all the techniques you want to get together, like to create some perfect hairstyles. Just discipline yourself and keep being consistent at it, because you're gonna eventually get it. But you have to be consistent and have patience, because it takes a lot of time to get your own technique together. Usually having friends in the hair industry helps you a lot, because you can learn a lot of techniques from them. So don't get stuck with someone. Always have multiple choices. As I say, you can learn a little bit from all of them. So back to the hairstyle again. I'm repeating the same process, using the clipper blade all the way close and open, playing with the dark spot, hitting them so I could create that perfect transition, so it could blend with the fade to the top side of the hair. So you want to make it look real nice and clean as it's coming out. As you can see, I'm using the 0.5 guide over those dark spots area, and so there you have the result of the fade. On the other side of the hair is coming up pretty clean, and then I start doing the freehand style over the beard to get all those buff hairs out of there, because you want to make the beard look real smooth and sharp, and like at a same edge, coming to the same edge at the end. You don't want it to take a lot of hair out. You just want to take the hairs that are out of the beard in a good shape. Then I repeat the same process with the hairspray on the front side of the hairline, and start using the outliners to do the detail work for me. It's better that way, because the hair gets a thicker consistency when you put a little bit of hairspray and you just add more precision to it. So that way when you start using the razor and start doing the razor work, it's more easier for you to shave all those spots that you already took out with the outliners, because they're already gone and they're already marked for you. So you just let yourself be guided by the work you did with the outliners, and it's more easier for you. So as you can see, I'm pulling the skin down with my left hand, so when I do the razor work, the shave is more smooth. That's why I always pull down the skin a little. Always make sure you have an eye for detail, so everything that you have already done, just retouch it again, and always add a little bit more detail to make your work be perfect or get perfect. Yeah, so for a perfect work, you need to have the right tools for it. I usually recommend, if you're starting out, like being a barber right now, use the cordless clippers, because
They don't trip a lot, they're more easier to use. You just have to plug them when they are fully recharged and start using them. I mostly use the wall cordless one, the Magic Clips, because they're really easy to handle. And one of my favorite ones is the Babyliss FX cordless. I didn't use it in video, but in the next video I'll be posting, I'll be sure using it. I use a lot of cordless clippers with the outliners. You might have, you may choose the outliners, detailers. They're pretty good and they're really precise, easier to use. The reason I use the detailer outliner is because when you do designs, they come out really sharp when you cut the hair, and it's easier for me to do the razor work on the design because the outliner is so handful that it cleans every perimeter out, so you can make your blade work easy on the designs. For doing designs, you gotta be precise and know what you're gonna do, because you don't want to mess up the hair, and sometimes if you cut a little bit more or a little bit less, it gives a difference. So you just want to be adding some touch-ups in the design when you do like simple designs to make those designs come out pretty good. So this is the ending part of the video, guys. Hope you enjoy it. You notice that I did a little bit of hair dye in the beard to make it look full and sharper and a little bit more darker. I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial haircut video that I made for you guys so you can learn. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like comment below, because I want to know what you guys want to see next in my next video. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you for next time. Dre Barber in the house. I'm out. Peace, yo.
So, so that's pretty much it. Make sure you